Hello my friends, and welcome today on this three-part series I'm going to be doing on the making of a Hohokam jar. It's going to be part of the Andy Ward's Ancient Pottery Challenge this season, and I'm looking really forward to getting it started. It's going to be a long road to get this jar done, but it's all got to start somewhere. Today I'm looking for a caliche clay. Later I'll be searching for some good temper to use in this jar. There's a lot of work to be done, so let's get started. All right, so my quest for the clay I'm looking for begins right out here in the wild desert. I'm super excited to be here. I'm in a Holocene alluvial fan, and I'm hoping to find something. So let's get right to it and see what we can find. Oh man, look at this beautiful piece of chalcedony right here. That's a keeper right there. Boy, I come here for clay and I'm starting to collect rocks. That ain't good. But this right here looks like it might be a good clay mound, but it's got some really bad grit in it. Yeah, too much silt. So we're gonna pass on that. You can just feel it in the texture. Way too much silt. I did find this nice little clump nearby. You can tell that just turned right into clay when it was beautiful. But I don't think this is the color I'm looking for, so we're definitely gonna have to keep searching. There's always plenty of good chalcedony to be found around in this area. All right, we found some clay up here. Nice reddish brown. Definitely tell it's clay. Look at, just taking this little bit out. It's got a lot of grit in it though. Again, unfortunately, this is not the color that I'm looking for. Unless it dries that nice, beautiful beige color. This is all clay. I think I'm gonna take a little bit with me. Oh, those roots. This won't be fun getting that out. We gotta find something better. Oh, we found a little bit of caliche in here, but this is just way too gritty. Look at all that sand mixed into it. About this here. Nah. This is just way too much grit. Look at that caliche there. It's a nice little vein of it. Nope. Let's move on. This could be some good stuff after I levigate it. I'm gonna take it to test it out. And if it works out, I can always return. But it's real. Ooh, don't need that. Real sticky. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Wow. Well, I found this pile of dirt here. It's super gritty. It's the color I need though. Has kind of a clayish feel to it. I don't know, this is a bit of a gamble. This is desperation right here. I'm gonna take some of this back though. Oh, that sand content is so high. Look at how much I lose just trying to... I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this stuff. There's just so much sand. Look at the difference. Oh, that one's almost transparent. I think I'll keep that one. All right, I came here for clay. This is really sticky stuff right here, but it's also really dirty. What the heck were you? Oh, sorry, little plant. I don't know what you were. Kind of looking cool, though. A lot of rocks in this, but oh man, this has a really good feel to it. Yo. A very unfriendly rock. Definitely a lot more plasticity to it. Man, I got some big rocks in this stuff. It's kind of crumbly too now. Well, we'll take a little bit back with me. You never know. I've worked with some pretty bad clays, but there's definitely some clay in this, as well as a lot of rocks. Oh boy. A lot of rocks. It's the bad part about this area. There's just, ooh, so many rocks. Maybe if we dig down a little bit. I doubt it though. Oh my goodness, sorry Planto, it's another one of those little guys. There's a big honking rock in there. Wow, it's always an amazing sight to see Four Peaks dusted with some snow. Just beautiful. Wow. The hunt continues for the materials I'll need for this jar. I'm out here in the splendid mountains looking for some schist. I've discovered some quartz mica schist around in this area before in the past, and I'm hoping to find some more that I can use in this project. All right, this looks like what I'm looking for. This is a nice thin piece. You don't want this to be too thick because then it just gets really difficult to process. Almost need dynamite sometimes, but this is going to work out great. Oh yeah, this is some good stuff right here. nice and thin. This might actually be all that we need, is just in this little hidden cache of rocks right here. This is beautiful. Oh. All right, we're back in the old studio and I've got some of these rocks finally cleaned up. Just check out this beautiful flash on these. Oh, that mica schist is so neat, isn't it? I love this stuff. Some really good finds too. So all I gotta do now is crunch this up into a sandy powdery form, get a nice temper so I can use it in that jar. We're one step closer to having all the materials we need. So here's that clay I had a bad feeling about. Look at the beautiful color it dried to. You can see all that grit in there. It's crazy. I wound up levigating this and I got all of this gravel and sand, but I did manage to pull out some clay from it. Just look at that. Really beautiful color. And it's just wraps around, cracks very minimally. So the next step I have for this is I'm going to make a little spindle whirl out of it. I'm going to fire it and see how it turns out in an actual firing. I'm going to add some temper to it. And hopefully this turns out to be workable clay. If it does, then I got to go back to that spot and I will be collecting some more of it. But well, it's a lot of work. If you look at that, this used to be about this size. So look how much got lost in the levigation process. I got this little ball of clay from a chunk of this size right here. That's incredible. Wow. So I'm gonna need a lot of material if this turns out to be something workable. But it's the best thing I've been able to find so far. Well, it sure has been quite a while. I've spent the last several days letting this stuff dry out. I fully levigated my clay. Turned out really nice and dry. It's winter time here, so everything dries super slow, unfortunately now. Usually this stuff is pretty quick. I've already ground up all my temper. It's almost into a nice floury form. It's really fine. I've got some different size grit in there too, which is gonna help. I got it in this plastic bag though because I'm indoors. You definitely don't want to be breathing this stuff in. Gets a lot of dust inside too, so that's never a good thing. So I'm definitely gonna be mixing this up outdoors. And this clay, oh boy. I must have lost about 60% of this clay to the sand that was in this. It had so much sand content, it wasn't even funny. Lost a lot, but I managed to get a bunch of clay. So I'm super excited to get started on this Andy Ward's project. He picked a real challenging jar. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I got my pookie here already made from my last firing. This thing's ready to roll. Turned out really nice. Can't wait to get going with that. I'd like to give a very special thanks to my friend Ron Carlos. Thank you so much for the wonderful advice on being able to identify the type of clay that I needed out there in the wild. It sure was one wild hunt for it, but I think I found some that might be good. Definitely not as good as the clay you used, but I hope this stuff works out. So thank you so much, Ron, for the wonderful advice. I'm going to put a link in the description for his Instagram site below. Be sure to check it out. He does some of the most amazing pottery I've seen. He's also been one of the biggest inspirations to me to get started with pottery. So again, Ron, thank you so much for the advice. It's been about 2 weeks worth of work going around the desert, hunting for the supplies I need for this project, processing them, getting everything ready for the next moment of building the actual jar. If you guys enjoyed this, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button and helping this channel grow. All right, so the next step, of course, is going to be in the next video, and that's going to be the actual building of this jar. I hope to see you guys then. Till next time, my friends.